Am I going to just be meeting a broker who's already broke? Unfortunately, that's a reality in Dubai. Most brokers are broke. It's going to be painful, expensive, and you're going to lose time. Time is the most expensive thing. It's not coming back.
We all want something that we can't have.
Welcome to Maynard Auction Podcast.
Hello and welcome back to the Maynard Auctions podcast. Today we are joined by our exclusive banking partner at Emirates MBD. Also join us, we have our founder and chief Imran Khan, who's happy to fly over from Europe to see us and listen to the fans and jump on the podcast. To my right, we have Joseph, the chief financial officer. And we're here today to talk about how Mr. Amit here can help us with the banking or any questions you may have, and how financing through the auction house, from whether it be national or international, can be done through Maynard Auctions. So I'll start today with Amit. Amit, tell us a little bit about yourself and how exactly you came to Dubai and into the banking industry.
First of all, thank you so much for inviting me over here, and thank you for the small introduction which we had. So my name is Amit. I'm here from 2013 onwards. Okay, so I jumped over here after state graduation and started my career in banking and all. Financing was something in my blood, so that's how it's the journey starts from there.
Runs in the family.
Exactly. It's very simple. Like at the beginning stage, I came for internship and stuff, and later on was hired by Emirates MBD Bank. That's how the journey starts from there. Starting from a normal executive level to customer service to sales executive, and moving on further. So I carry a large portfolio now with the bank. Mm-hmm. And I also have a key point of consent in basically for mortgages, for financing with the personal finance or individual finance, or if we talk about line financing or project financing. Yeah. So this portfolio I'm carrying along with me. So we can discuss step by step each individual questions, whatever we'll be having it. So it can help other people to interact with us with more questionnaires, so then we can solve their issues.
Perfect. So what I wanted to ask you was, what makes the banking system different here in the UAE compared to internationally or other markets, maybe such as Europe or maybe even India?
The bigger challenge what people face back home, their home countries, maybe in Europe, UK, Singapore, or back in India, is about the taxation. Okay.
Right.
So over here,
right?
Yeah. So over here, we are inviting investors to invest in Dubai. Maybe it can be real estate, it can be local land financing, or it can be the stock market. Okay. So all the transactions what happen is tax free. Whatever the income they generate is tax free. Okay. It makes people life more easy and more welcoming than comparing the bigger cities like London or New York or Singapore or any other city in India. So that's the main key role which can help them to come and join us over here for investing part.
Brilliant. And one more question about the banking before we move forward is, what services do you typically provide for investors or people moving over here and getting their first family home, and relocation services? How do you help with all your banking services?
See, when we talk about initiating the banking thing for any of the customer, whenever he's newcomer to UAE, so starting from bank account onwards till they get all the credit facilities like credit card, personal loans, mortgages, or they want to start their portfolio in stock marketing or guidance about the real estate. So this all things I can take care of for them.
Okay, and it's not just personal, you can help with corporates also?
Yes. See, it's not only for the individuals who are moving for being on a salary basis or the company basis. We can start their corporate accounts over here. We can guide them how they can enroll into the facilities of banking, what services they require, maybe for interest or transfer or telegraphic transfers or many more. Yeah. So the things can go up, whatever is the basic requirements comes up. We can take care for that as well.
So that's actually a great question that you asked, Amit, there, Rory, because there are lots of relationship managers all over Dubai.
Everywhere.
Yeah. And we've dealt with a lot of them. I have first-hand experience with Amit. So everything we're putting together is purely from experience and the people that we've actually dealt with in Dubai. It has been a minefield.
Correct.
It's been a minefield for all of us when we first came to Dubai. 2 years in August, Joseph and I actually came to Dubai. 2 years ago this month.
Can you believe
full
it?
time. See, it goes like that, right?
Time flies.
Exactly, time does fly, especially when you're enjoying yourself.
Yes.
So that's the main thing, right? So look, the thing that I want to get across, and this is why we've actually asked Amit to come along. He works for Emirates MBD. They are the largest.
Big bank.
They are the big boys. They get things done.
Indeed, we are heading first with one of the largest portfolios in the region.
That's what we like to hear.
And that's what we like to hear.
And if they want to offload, they know where to come.
It's not only my words, but if you Google it as well. So in the complete GCC region, we are one of the largest holding the portfolios, retail assets, housing facilities, or international transactions. We are in number one.
And that's the reason why, I want you to be part of this. So the whole point is we have a platinum club for Maynard Auctions. Go check the website out, get in touch with any of us. And in that club, it's an investors club. There is a joining fee and there's a reason for that. Amit will be the main guy to go for banking. Amit's dealt with my own personal finances, my own mortgages, my colleagues' mortgages. Everything that we're required, Amit's done. And some of the things have been really tricky, right? Some of the things that he's actually had to do for our clients have been exceptionally tricky. And I don't think many people had gone as far. What Amit did, I don't think a normal banker would do. Okay? He's gone way beyond. So there's proof in the pudding. He performs. However he does it, he gets it done. Lots of people will say, but Holden, how much experience does he have? Is he a senior in Emirates MBD? He's actually fairly senior in his own team. In his own right, and he knows what he's doing. So if there's a problem, he can deal with it. That's the main thing. Doesn't matter what level it's at. It could be a normal person earning 5,000 dirhams and their bank account gets blocked. Or it could be someone in the hundreds of millions. Amit can get it done because it's proven and it's happened to us and he's dealt with it every single time. So a question was raised, can Amit deal with it? Yes, that's my answer. Test him, put him to the test. And that's why this Platinum Club will put in all the best people that we have come across ourselves, not just going for a referral commission or being suggested or recommended, use this guy. Everyone in that club, we have tested and tried and they've performed.
Yeah.
Okay? And I've always been, I have lawyers in the family, I have very good lawyer friends. When we chose Osama, there was a reason for it. Not because how much experience he has, is how far he was willing to go to fix something.
Yeah.
Same thing with Amit. I don't care. I've paid £1,500 to £2,500 per hour for lawyers who have just sat there and done nothing. And then I've got lawyers who have paid £300 an hour to and have outperformed those masters in the game, right? You have to find them. We've cherry-picked everybody for this club. Accountants, lawyers, bankers, you name it, whatever you need, commercial finance, he's a guy. He's actually has his own brokerage we'll go into. So, look, Rory, I'll pass it back to you. Zach can carry on the whole day. But I think, and especially as we've got someone like Amit, we're being very fortunate. He's actually made our journey in Dubai very, very simple.
Yeah.
Okay? He's guided us. The thing is, he's got actual experience on the ground level and he doesn't mess you around. There's people who charge money from you. They'll take your money and then they'll say, oh, we need more money, or they'll just disappear. This does unfortunately happen. There are some bad players in the market. You get them everywhere.
Yeah.
They're very few, but if you get, if you're unfortunate enough to find them, it's going to be painful, expensive, and you're going to lose time. Time is the most expensive thing. It's not coming back.
Correct.
Here's your guy. I'm just going to repeat this over and again. Here's your guy. You have an issue, you get in touch with Amit. His details are going to be in the description below in the video. Just reach out to him. And you don't need to go through us. He's like my younger brother now. I'll be seriously. We've become family friends. He's an exceptional character and he's straight. That's all I'm going to say. Rory's back to you, my friend.
Thank you, Imran.
No, so Amit, a question that people for expats or coming new to Dubai, that the biggest question that they're going to have is, what are the biggest challenges in opening a bank account when first arriving in Dubai? Because I experienced it myself. We all experienced it. We all got told, you ask 100 people 100 different things, you get 100 different answers, don't you? There's obviously a lot of challenges, whether it's just opening through self-employment and businesses. It's not as quick forward as register a company and there's your bank account. Some things can play. So if you could just tell the listeners here what the biggest challenges people may affect and why.
See, let's understand the banking system from bit scratch, because what you might had in your home countries, UK, US, or whichever country they belong, a lot of documentations are required and it takes a lot of time as well. Plus the pain of holding tokens and staying in the queue for the complete day or two. Still, they are not getting satisfied with what the services what banks are providing. Talking about in UAE, a normal bank account, like a personal or current account, is like a minutes away. Within minutes, we can open the bank account. So where if you have sufficient documents talking about your passport, visa, and Emirates ID, and any income document. So if we have this all things within like fraction of minutes while talking or just having a coffee, and we can just finish your stuff, and your account is open.
It really is that simple.
It's that simple. Coming to a second part about the corporate accounts. So corporate accounts bit take a longer time, okay, than the normal personal or the current account. The reason because the compliance team want to understand the transactions gonna happen is from which countries, who are the suppliers, who are the vendors and all. And based on that, they try to give an approval. If your transactions are basically happening only in UAE region, so it won't be having much of the difficulties. But of course, if the transactions are happening, talking about in sanctioned countries, so of course there will be some sort of difficulties in opening account because we have to do we have to give a declaration about what companies are we dealing about and what are our mode of transactions, plus the description about in which things we are dealing around.
Yeah.
So once we have this all things, so it's very easy stuff. System is very simplified. Only if a person got a proper guidance, okay, that you have to go and pass on this steps, your life is simple over here. It's very simplified.
100%. And one thing that I do want to mention as well, before we do forget this, is quite crucial because some clients will ask us, is my business best suited to a free zone or mainland?
Yes.
And this is the key. There are many people who actually don't know what they're doing. Unfortunately, this is a fact. And if you want to know more, you ask this guy, he's not going to get it wrong. It's that simple. I'm actually putting my own reputation online here because I know what he's doing and I know his capabilities. And if he doesn't know, he'll find out.
Definitely.
It's that simple.
Amit, that's why I got you to open all my accounts as well.
Exactly.
You talked
That's
about,
true.
I think you referred to me as a special case. But you got everything done for me
That's
that
true.
was required, and that's greatly appreciated. Again, thank you for joining
Thank
us.
you.
I think everybody watching, if you're just new, subscribing to the channel as well, we appreciate, and they'll hopefully gain lots of useful information from this.
Over here, I'd like to add one more thing. What Emirates MBD is doing now, we're trying to open something called an advance account.
So I like the sound of that.
I like that. You didn't tell me that, but I want to hear this.
This is something, new things are coming in the market, and we
This
are
is
the
like
first
breaking
bank bringing over here. The system is very simple. Like the big corporate which we are working around, so their individual staff, they're coming over here in UAE. Okay, so before coming, all things will be ready. They just have the e-visa copy. Based on the e-visa copy, we can get their account open.
Amazing. So you don't need to wait for the Emirates ID, the whole
Like
lot.
the moment they land up at the airport, okay, we can straight away from there, we can start from there. We don't need an appointment or fingerprint for Emirates ID or something.
That's amazing.
Okay,
Wow.
but this is only, it's just a rep model now. Okay, the model is trying to execute in the market. So eventually we'll do a proper launch as well.
And will that just be personal or business as well?
This will be personal only for
Okay.
now. For now, it's personal.
And how long will it take for that to get open then from literally the moment?
Same time.
Same process. Wow.
Literally
Same
as
time.
fast as that.
Just trying to pick up a guy from the airport
Yeah.
till he reaches his destination. His account will be open at the same
Wow.
time.
That's good.
I mean, we've opened bank accounts with Amit at 10 o'clock at night,
Yeah. So if
6 o'clock in the morning,
Well, if anyone,
at the airport, at Shisha Cafe,
it's true.
at a restaurant. It's just, he's very accommodating. And that's what you need.
Timing for bank is not important. For what important is for the bank is the customer service. And that's what we believe in, customer service.
But if anybody watching wants to land at the airport and get their account open straight away without it, we can get it. No problem.
Sounds good to
Absolutely.
me.
That's true.
What I was just going to touch on, you obviously was talking about the corporate banking and opening that. Now, it's very important to know all this because, like you said at the start of the video, we was talking about the reason everyone is here is for one reason and one reason only:
Yeah.
tax.
Tax.
So a majority of people with the money are going to set up their companies for tax purposes.
Correct.
So that's very important and crucial that they get their corporate bank account open and set up right from the start before, because they've got it open in Dubai doesn't mean they're not going to get taxed because there is now a 9% corporation tax law. Also, I wanted to ask you, is there any particular nationalities that are a little bit harder and may take more time or a few extra steps to get proceeded, and what those necessary steps are needed to help them open an account?
See, talking about the taxation part, which makes Dubai popular on top of the world, we have the VAT over here. We have the corporate tax. But I believe a lot of people don't understand exactly what VAT will apply and on what things the corporate tax will apply.
Yeah.
Okay, so all the consumable items what as an individual we are using, VAT is applied on that.
Yeah.
Okay, and of course the VAT is paid by the end user. It's not the primary user or the middle user. It's paid by the end user. That's number one. Second, for the companies who are filing VAT yearly, okay, so of course they can reclaim the VAT by the
Back.
government, okay, from the government, because they are not the end user platform
Got
who are
it.
using it. It's the end user who they are serving it. So he or she is paying the VAT to the company, and company is claiming that one from the government. That's number one. Talking about the corporate tax. So there is a big slab over here which other countries don't offer. Back home, your home countries, maybe in UK, maybe in Singapore, maybe in India, okay, because these cities, these countries have the highest tax paying across the globe. And talking about US as well, then let's not forget US also.
That's what.
Yeah. So, but the good thing over here is that up to 300,000 dirhams, you are not paying taxes. That makes it more simpler and easier for you because
For
you
corporate
will-
tax.
Exactly.
That's actually net profit.
So-
Net profit. Yeah.
Exactly, it's on net profit. So talking about the taxes, what other people's gonna pay in their home countries, it may be 30%, 40%, 50%, up to 60% tax are paying
Yep.
back in UK only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
That's
is
not-
wild.
yeah.
That's what they've all ran here, right?
So-
I actually think it's, I mean, 9%
There was-
corporation tax,
yeah,
nothing, if you
yeah.
think about it, right? Look at His Highness, what they've done here.
Exactly. So
Dubai, 2033. You got the master plan 2040. We'll put these links into the description. Just check them out. What's actually coming? I think 9% is really. It's actually they should be charging
very
double.
much reasonable. Very
It's
much
very
reasonable.
reasonable.
It's reasonable, yeah.
Even
And
VAT
that
at
also
5%.
on the VAT is not on us, on the companies or on the individual. Of course, the individual is gonna pay the VAT, but not on the corporates and stuff. So people are free to open their companies over in free zone in mainland based on their types of businesses. And talking about the flexibility of opening the companies over here is like 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah. And also, Amit actually has his own company that he does all this with anyway himself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Apart from Emirates MBD, so he knows exactly what he's doing. He's that one guy that everything under one umbrella. He can literally do it all.
One-stop shop.
He's that
I
one
can
stop
be a
shop.
one-stop solution.
Yeah, and he actually is. It's a fact.
Yeah.
The good thing is we have the accountants, we have the lawyers, we have a banker now, commercial or personal banking. We've got everyone covered for you. Now, I have a question for you, Amit.
Yeah.
What's the most trickiest case you've ever dealt with in Dubai?
Well, I'd like to hear this.
I want to actually. I don't think I've actually ever bloody asked this guy. What's the trickiest scenario you've actually been involved
It wasn't
in?
Joseph, was it?
It was not for Joe for sure. See, I will not say a trickiest case or something. Every case is a learning.
Yeah.
Irrespective of it's easy or difficult. Okay, if you know the policies, if you know the process, it won't make you tricky or simple. Of course, you have to be smart while talking with the client and understanding their needs. That's a different case. But once you understand their requirement, and then you replicate what is the solution for that. At times you're gonna fail because of course the banks won't consider that fits in the policy of the bank. But yes, there are certain different policies of the bank because bank won't work only on one policy. For different cases, they have different policies as well and process as well. So we are frequently using different steps to solve customers' issue. And at the end of the day, it's all depends. We all are working for customers only.
Yeah.
Me as well and the bank also. So we are customer-oriented persons. So let's not forget that.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it comes down to knowing your client, what they actually want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why are they
Exactly.
coming to Dubai?
Exactly.
What are they hoping to achieve? What's their end goal?
Yeah.
Is it mid, short, long term? What is the game? And that's how if you know your systems, you know your policies. That's how you're able to guide them in the best
That's
direction,
the
right?
key factor. That's the key. See, if you know the policies of your bank, okay,
You know which way to take it.
which way to take exactly.
Yeah.
That's the main agenda, and you won't believe banks are investing a lot of amount just to educate their staff
yeah.
so that they can replicate the same customer experience, okay, towards their individual customers and their problems.
Yeah. I mean, are there any countries, obviously excluding the politically exposed people, the PEPs, are there any countries specifically that you're not able to deal with in Dubai?
To be
Emirates
very
MBD.
honest, certain banks have different policies. But talking
Yeah.
about Emirates BD,
Yeah.
we are doing every individual company
Wow.
subject to documentations provided.
Okay,
Subject to approval.
fantastic.
Not approval, I would say, but only the consent documents provided.
Right.
Okay.
Any sanctioned country, yes, we can do it. okay, for accounts and
In
stuff.
actual sanctioned countries.
Even though in sanctioned countries,
Brilliant.
still we can do it, but only subject to proper documentations provided.
Now, Amit, we'll have a lot of non-residents watching as well.
Yeah.
So what's the process for them in terms of like a non-resident account? Is there any differences?
It's
Can you
very
explain?
easy and simple process. Okay, for non-residents, it's more frequently nowadays we are doing it because since you might have seen a lot of investors are coming from different countries across the world. So the basic documentations are required: the passport, original passport copy, just to verify, and their home country billing address where they're staying, residence address. They can give their residence address or light bill or gas bill. Okay, bank statements.
Does it have to have zip code or postcode?
Not necessarily required, but they should have a fixed address.
Fixed address with
Yes,
utility. bill.
exactly. So they will require last 6 months of bank statements. And what banks want, one last thing that will be the purpose of account opening. They won't allow any individual just for fun to open an account.
Because they came
over
to
here.
I
Dubai,
think
enjoyed
that-
it, and
Yeah.
now they don't put
I
their money
think,
through.
I think the most,
HMRC on the door.
as I say, I think the most common one we're seeing is
Investment.
Off-plan.
is in off-plan investments.
Yeah.
And,
That's
and
fine.
landlords who, for whatever reason, they
Rental
just wanted to
income.
invest in Dubai. They've seen the solid ROI. We've seen, they've seen all the deals, stable market, and thought, I'm just gonna, put some money into a property that I can rent out very comfortably.
See, there is
in
one
Dubai.
category
Yeah,
of
spot on.
investment. Okay, it can be real estate, it can be stock market. Easily we can do that. Okay, talking about documentation, we just require the booking reference form or the SPA, whichever is available.
That's it.
That's the basic thing. So banks wanted to know, okay, the person is opening an account for so and so purpose, for his rental thing or for having the property so that he can share the funds from his home country to UAE.
Got it.
Of course. So we just wanted to understand the reason behind that.
Could it even
and we are
be?
looking.
Could it even be as like a silent partner in a business as well?
Of course, so then it's gonna be name of the trade license or the MOA.
Yeah.
Or here.
Okay.
So
But that-
MOA is basically the memorandum of association. So whatever any amendments or anything, any changes we
Yep.
do for the company formation or starting from the company from scratch till the end. So all documentations, all things are mentioned over there. All terms and conditions are mentioned over there. So if the name is there on that, no problem. We can do that.
Now, look, I think we've spoke about enough about to do with banking. If you do need any help, get in touch with any one of us. and
Feel
we'll
free to
assist
reach
you.
out to me.
Yeah,
Pradeep.
exactly. His details are going to be in the description, by the way, like I said earlier.
Yeah.
So do reach out to him. Just test him. See what he does. I've got a question for you now.
Yeah.
Coming into mortgages.
Okay.
How difficult is it actually for an expat to get a mortgage in Dubai?
To be
I just want it to be very simple.
Yeah, it's very simple and easy. Better than my home country, India. If there's no shame in saying that, but our system over there back in is a bit longer and longer and longer. The person gets pissed off a lot. That's the reality.
Yeah.
So talking about Dubai, it's done in very 3 easy steps: pre-approval, evaluation, final offer letter.
That's it.
And at that, we'll disburse the case.
Yeah.
These are the three simple steps.
And what's kind of the average time frame? I know it's never specific, but average, would you say?
See, if the case is straightforward and all documentations are aligned by the customer, 2 weeks is like the standard time.
Yeah, it's very, very fast.
Very
It's
fast.
very
Yeah.
standard time because if I compare, I had a quite quick survey last year, okay, with one of my few friends and family who were staying abroad. Okay, some are in Europe, some are back in India as well, to understand how banking things are working over there,
Yeah.
about their lending things and stuff, for the personal loan, for mortgages, for any requirement for the finance from the bank. So they say a list of documentations, okay, which was very long, and talking about the process.
Yeah.
The standard for 1 month is like just for you reviewing the documents and stuff.
Yeah.
Forget about the approval.
Yeah.
For a
Yeah.
month, you won't be getting an update if your documentations are aligned in a proper way or not, instead of focusing on getting on the approvals.
Well, I think that's key to why, this is a fast transacting market, isn't it? Because the whole process is quick. Like you said, it takes 1 month.
100%, my friend, 100%.
Because you're saying with the documentation, it can take a month. I mean, people might just lose interest in that time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I want something now. People wanna
Forget
buy
about
now.
the interest. Think about your purchasing a project over there in the secondary market. Okay, you have done the MOU. Okay, and suddenly you have applied for the mortgage from XYZ bank back home in home country. And meantime, the person gonna get a cash buyer. You have applied for the loan. You just applied, and meantime he got the buyer, and your deal is gone.
It's
Yeah.
finished.
Yeah.
You lost out.
You lost
I mean,
the business. Yeah.
What's the, sorry, so I'm just looking at, most people are going to be watching this are going to be expats.
Yeah.
They're not going to know what's going on.
Yeah.
How much deposit money do you need to put down? What's the loan to value the bank will loan you on? Well, what's the amount? Is it 20%, 80%, 50%? What's the score in Dubai?
If we talk about non-residents, okay, so we need 40% as a deposit.
When you say non-residents, can you be a bit more specific? Is that with someone with an Emirates ID or without?
Who is not having any type of residency relations with UAE. So the investors who are allowed to invest in Dubai, so previously there were no plans of doing mortgages for them, but as per the government new rules and regulations, so they can get finance up to 60% of the properties.
60%.
Is that for refinance?
Not for the
Straightforward purchase.
Straight for a purchase.
So you need a 40% deposit, that's it.
That's
Yeah.
it. And
Okay.
the DLD cost, which is 4% and 2% the brokerage fee, that standard goes around. These are the fixed charges. 60% straight away they can go for the finance based on the income of their home countries.
So it's based on the income. Okay,
so
interesting.
That's make it more interesting for investors
does that
who
count-
would like to invest in
Does that
UAE.
count as businesses self-employed, or does it only on the PAYE system for the UK or
It's for
salary
for
individuals?
both is applicable. Okay. The good thing is that for individuals who are salary owned, so again we can go 60% finance, and same goes for self-employed who have run their own business, 60% for them. Only one difference will be over here, the tenure. Tenure is for 25 years, but till the age of 70 years for the self-employed.
Self-employed, yeah.
So,
they
it's
can
better
go
to
to
back
the-
yourself than
You're backing yourself, right?
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Good. Okay, so that's good. Now, the process takes usually 2 weeks.
Yeah.
There are many off-plan projects that can be handed over in the next 1 to 2 years.
Correct.
There's a large amount.
Correct.
Are you able to help them on an off-plan property being handed over? Can you get them a mortgage?
100%.
There you go.
When
Okay.
the properties are getting handover, okay, you will get a notice from your developer that your properties are getting handover for so and so particular month or date. At least they will send you an email confirmation 2 months prior. Okay, so we are expecting an handover on, let's say, a month of October. So you get 2 months prior notice. Meantime, you can start preparing, gathering all the documentations, apply for the mortgage, have the pre-approval, get evaluation done. Once your handover comes, take the NOC from the developer, and we can go for the final approval. The last stage will be to transfer the property from the trustee's office. The transaction
Yeah.
from point 1 to N, we don't have to meet the customer as well at any glance. We can just direct them over a call or over a video call, video conference call or Zoom call or a WhatsApp chat.
That's great.
Only one time he has to be in Dubai, okay, just at the time of transferring the
Transfer,
property. At that point also can be taken care of it by the broker if the
Yeah,
person is
power
given
of
the POA.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's their options like as well? Because in the UK, I know specifically when it comes to mortgages,
Yeah.
it always feels like a constant gamble. Do you look at where the markets are, have a general feel and go, oh, I lock in a fixed rate, or do I, go onto variable or tracker as it's sometimes referred to? What are the options available to the clients here in terms of fixed or variable rates?
See, let's understand the rates what bank is offering is very competitive and very preferred rates if you compare from UK to UAE. So the standard rate go for fixed for 1 year, 2 year, and 3 year and 5 years. So they have four options for that.
Yeah.
And the fifth one is the variable rate as well. Okay, so variable rate makes customer life bit hectic because the rate gonna fluctuate every month on month.
Yeah.
It start from the beginning is bit on higher side. If you compare the rates of first year, 2 year, or 3 years time,
Yeah.
so it's like 3.89, 3.99, 3.95. These are the rates for the 3 year cycle or 2 year cycle or 1 year cycle. If they are going for the 5 year cycle, the fixed rate is 4.39.
Got
Okay,
it.
which is still competitive than stands in the local market.
Yeah, I believe that's still lower than global
Exactly.
average.
Yeah.
And if the person is going for the variable rate, so if you compare between the fixed rate and the variable rate gonna be around 4.9% just to begin with, maybe 5.25%, 5.24%. So it's almost 1% more than the fixed rates if you compare.
Well, look, it's actually quite an interesting conversation because if it's a tracker rate, personally, I do believe they have to reduce the interest rates at the moment. I think it's a given. It's
Yeah.
going to come. They still need to, I think that's coming. Obviously, the dirham is pegged to the dollar.
Of course.
I think there's still, maybe short-term, still potential to be had. I think there's still a bit of movement there. Afterwards, it depends on the person. And this way, you're going to have to advise these people. I don't really give financial advice. I'll stop doing that. I was a mortgage broker back in the UK. I had a very, very successful establishment where, I'd say up to hundreds of brokers used to give us the work, and we were the
Great.
packages that
Great.
went to the bank.
Great.
So we were that hub. We dealt with everything, and we passed on. So I understand the game inside out, back to front. And I get it. Some people in the UK cannot get a mortgage.
Correct.
It's extremely difficult to jump through all the hoops you have to.
Correct.
I know the market in the UK is more mature than Dubai. The UK has been very good to me, to my whole family. We've done exceptionally well there. But I still believe Dubai, you know the saying goes, we always laugh about this, especially when Joe and I used to discuss when we first came to Dubai. Do you remember the gold rush in Australia?
Yeah.
The miners didn't make all the money. Who made the money? The shovel sellers,
Correct.
right? And that's what we're doing. And we are going to be the biggest shovel sellers out there. Okay, this is the reason why we've got Amit involved. And again, I'm going to reiterate this. It's a platinum club. You're protected. And now, Amit, coming to this, now I mentioned the platinum club, Maynard Auctions. If someone was to purchase a property through auction,
Okay.
the MOU they sign, they have a specific period.
Correct.
Are you able to get them mortgage for any lots they win in the auction, be it residential or commercial?
I will not only get them the mortgages, but I will give them one good flexibility,
Amazing.
which we haven't mentioned earlier. Of course, irrespective they are investing in commercial segment or the residential segment, irrespective of that,
Yeah.
based on the policies, based on the process, yes, we can get all things done over here. Okay, because it's not only one bank where Maynard Auctions will be dealing, it will be multiple banks.
Correct. So you're not just going to be
Okay.
zoned in on one and only
Exactly.
you're going to be independent.
So I don't want them to think only they're talking about only Emerson BD Bank or
Yeah.
targeting only one bank. But no, we are bringing almost all banks gathered together under one roof, so which will help us to convert all the queries of our customers.
Case
So
by
that,
case.
okay,
isn't
so
it?
you'll be dealing with all the panel, 16, 17, 18 banks,
Extreme-
wherever it is.
no
Okay,
worries
excellent.
on
So
that.
you'll be finding a specific product
Exactly.
for that client that suits them for that transaction.
Yes.
Perfect.
As I mentioned earlier, that it's always understand the customer needs, understand the policy, then we can shift them case on case basis.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one good thing is that irrespective if they are taking the fixed rate for 3 years, 2 years, or 5 years of time, okay, banks have started a new program for all the investors, or for all the home buyers. They can put up to 25% of the principal amount, okay, paying during the fixed period of time without any interest.
Wow.
Wow.
And there's no redemption penalties, no
Nothing.
penalties
No
whatsoever.
penalties.
Wow.
No processing fee, okay, no interest on the particular amount.
Wow.
Within a one transaction, one go, they can put up to 25% without any particular extra cost on top of it.
That's huge.
And that also, let's say that they're putting 100,000 dirhams. Interest is 3.9%. So they can save interest of that 100,000
For that
dirhams.
amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, there's no any add-on charges as well, no processing fee, nothing.
So you're not getting penalised as you would in the UK for
Exactly.
paying it off quicker, right? So you
Exactly.
get fixed to a 25-year mortgage,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Whoa, I've just come into a lot of money.
Yeah.
Let me bank it off." No, we want more money.
Exactly. So over here, they have changed the mindset of the people. So many people are considering going for the mortgage instead of using the cash as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Yeah. No, it's very rewarding
Well,
to get
exactly.
it paid off quicker,
Exactly.
which means they can get another one.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, equity release is an option, always option.
Can you deal with equity release? Like we call it remortgaging in the UK?
We can do 4 things over here. One is straight from the developer or the secondary units. Okay. Where 20% is the down payment, 80% is the mortgage value.
Got it.
Second is the refinance, taking their loans from one bank to another bank. Third will be the balance transfer.
What does that mean?
Balance transfer means, for example, we have an existing mortgage in the current bank. Let's say Emerson BD, a customer is having
Yeah.
a mortgage. Okay. And if you wanted to shift the mortgage to a different bank with some extra cash on it, of course, they
Got it.
won't be
Okay.
getting cash in hand. But of course, if they want to refinance their property, they want to do some construction work over
Yeah.
there, or they want to redecorate the interiors. So subject to the invoice from the vendor,
Yeah.
we can submit that, and then we can refinance based on the property value.
So, just so I've got this right, I understand. Is that like you've got 2 properties, you've got this much paid off this payment plan, so you say, well, if I take this, put this over there, but can continue with that over there.
No, that will be my 4th stage. I just this is only based on renovation or redecoration of your property.
It's almost like a further advance, they
Yes.
class this as in the UK,
Yes.
like a
So-
top up.
So that's like a top up. That's the correct word. We can
Yeah.
use it for that.
Yeah.
Okay. But in mortgage language, they say is a balance transfer or refinance. These are the terms that
Got
we
it.
use it. And the fourth stage will be the equity release. That comes with balance transfer with equity release. Considering, this is very interesting one. Considering the person is holding one property over here. Okay. Let's say he has the property and he purchased at the payment plan of 40-60. 60% is the mortgage ongoing now.
Got it.
Okay, and he's paying from last 3 years now. So his property value was initially when he purchased was 1 million. After 3 years, his value is almost, let's say, 1.4, 1.5 million. Okay, so as per UA banking law, he can go as a mortgage for 80%. Initially, he got 60% of the original value,
Original price, yeah.
which was 600,000. Okay, and now he can go for the mortgage of 80% of
The
the current value,
Got it.
which is 1.5 million.
Yeah.
So if you go 80%, the extra funds, okay, what he's spending, he can use to buy one more project. It can be off plan.
Yeah.
It can be the payment plan of by the developer. It can be a ready to move in property.
So that's like, instead of paying for time, that's time paying you.
Time paying
Exactly.
you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's how you make your portfolio in the mortgages,
Yeah.
Yes.
in the real estate background.
The appreciation.
Exactly. And that's the game people are playing over here. I have met a couple of clients, okay, the mortgage has been done by me. Now they're holding 8 and 9 units over here in Dubai in
Yeah.
very nice locations. And they're not working. They're just
Yeah.
enjoying the rents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the sun.
I do believe
the
that-
sun,
yeah,
for
exactly.
sure.
I do believe though, Dubai gives you amazing opportunities.
No doubt in that.
The opportunities that are here today remind me of 20 years ago in the UK when I was doing mortgages, 25 years ago. And it feels very much like that. It's almost like a rinse and repeat again. Let's go for it again. It almost feels the same where you have so many opportunities. The banks, obviously before, correct me if I'm wrong, a few years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you could buy any property in Dubai with 5% deposit.
Yeah.
Right before, and it's a good thing that they stopped that, because now people have skin in the game, right? They can't just leave their units and disappear.
Yeah.
If you're from abroad and you don't have your Emirates ID, you have to put 40% deposit down.
Correct.
You're not
Yeah.
going to leave that property and walk off if
Yeah.
there is a correction.
Yeah.
Okay, nothing goes up in a straight line, and sometimes a pullback is actually healthy for a market,
Yeah.
which actually helps it mature.
Exactly.
Okay, so even if prices were to come down, and again, this is a whole different topic. We're radio short for time. We've been running around the whole day, but that's a total different topic. But it's good to touch on. I personally believe there will be a slowdown. I don't think there's going to be a 20, 30, 40% crash where people being saying it's not going to happen. There will be a slowdown. That's my opinion, and there'll be some great opportunities
To buy.
ahead. Because as it stands right now, which you've helped with our off-plan people, is he's a point of contact for me. Bang, Amit, we have an issue. What would you do?
See.
That's how this goes. Off-plan, a lot of people in trouble.
Yeah. A lot. We
A
found
lot
that.
of people who purchased during COVID, just after COVID, were misled, unfortunately.
Correct.
Misled.
Correct.
And they got themselves into payment plans. They'll promise those properties will be flipped for 20, 30, 40%
40%,
returns. And that ROE never happened. And
It's
now
never that easy, is it?
it's never that easy. It doesn't
never
happen like this.
yeah.
And now they're stuck. They're unable to make the payments. Developers don't care. They have buildings to build.
They're dying to
They're,
take it
they're
back.
dying
Yeah.
to take your unit back and upsell it.
They're rightfully
course.
ruthless.
Yeah.
It's ruthless. So
Yeah.
you need to understand how to play this market. So if you need any help, just get in touch with us. We can try and guide you the best way, and we'll go from there. But you need to know what you're doing.
Exactly.
On that point as well, I was going to ask, because again there'll be lots of people watching. With all these opportunities, people are coming for that opportunity. But of course, there will be some financial mistakes made. We've talked about people, getting into off plans
Yeah.
that maybe they couldn't afford. Is there any other kind of like common mistakes that you kind of see that people tend to make with financially in coming to Dubai?
Of course, yes. Talking about the right investment before to jump on any investment, let's understand how much financially we are capable of, or what kind of pre-approval we'll be getting it from the bank. Because the good thing about UA banks, they give you a pre-approval based on your eligibility. Let's understand how much finance I can extract from the bank to build my asset. Okay, then I can set up my limits. Okay, bank is supporting me this much, so I should have at least 24-26% of money with me and plus add-ons of your life insurance, property insurance, trustee fees, processing fees and all. So the common mistake what they do, they straight away jump to the party, go on in the market, okay, search for different options around there without knowing how much they are actually capable of repaying back or how much the bank gonna finance them. So we need to understand first about how deep our pockets are.
But it's human nature, isn't it, and psychology? We all want something that we can't have. That's how people.
I
That's
want to
the
own
thing.
Buckingham Palace.
Yeah,
Is that gonna happen?
I also find you get two types of clients. You'll get ones that take contingency into factor, and then ones that don't. Anything can happen at any moment
Of
of people's
course,
life.
yes. And-
It's always easy for someone to say, "Oh, I can afford X amount of dirhams next
Yeah.
month and the month after that." But what if that happens?
You
get
have to
some
have a
people that think it
contingency
is
in
The
right.
place.
point
You have
is
to have a
that
contingency.
they can
100%.
afford. Let's consider that the customer say I can
Yeah.
afford this much of X amount, okay, to repay bank monthly.
Yeah.
But are you eligible to get that exact amount where you can repay it? Because it's not only the mortgage. There are the calculation. All regulations are done by central bank. So they have done a bracket that 50% only you can use it of your salary in for your refinances which are taken by the bank.
Yeah.
It can be a credit card, it can be a personal loan or auto finance or the mortgage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this all brackets are there which they might not aware about. Or if they are aware, so they have to be a proper calculative in all these things. So the DBR, which is debt burden ratio, should not exceed 50% and above.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the main major parameter where we guys come in the picture. We guide them and we make them understand, sir. So this is your existing DBR status. Okay, so you can take the property of so and so value.
Yeah.
If you wanted to go for a higher amount, you need to reduce your existing liabilities. So that's how things are catering in the UAE market. The system is very simplified, only if you know it properly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes it difficult for you if you don't understand the system.
And what you're saying there is actually just backed up the last point with the off plans, because, like you said, you should always have, and what you said there, Joseph, with the contingencies is you should never go into an investment without having the full capital there anyway. Don't ever be told that you can flip it at 50, 60% and not have the full money. In fact, you should have a reserve tank just in case things go wrong, or maybe you might be business might be slow for a couple months. You might have some, unforeseen problems financially, whether it's family related or anything, and you're stuck.
Of course,
You
you're
need-
stuck.
You need
Anything unforeseen.
Anything
You can
can
even watch the
happen.
currency
Anything
fluctuations.
can
Yeah.
happen.
Oh,
Anything
know,
can
20% the
Do,
pound to the
do you see what I mean?
dirham
Like,
over the year.
since last year, it's gone up nearly 17, 18%, whatever it is. It's horrendous. If you're sitting in dirhams, you have a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the smart ones who understood the game, especially with Donald Trump, the way he played the game, and all these tariffs, you would have jumped out of that dollar, messed around,
Correct.
gone to a Singaporean dollar, played a few games here and there, and just jumped ship, bought some more sterling, held it, and then cashed it back out.
Yeah.
I know people made an absolute fortune, including myself, by doing that. You just need to know how to play the game. You have to be aware of all the, the economic environment, geopolitics, the whole. You need to understand the game. Watch the news. Why do you think there's always news being played in our office? There's a reason. All our staff watch the news, and they all think we're crazy, but now it's proven over and over again why.
Yeah.
Small fluctuations. Joseph, he actually loves trading.
Yeah.
This guy's a phenomenal trader. Probably one. That's actually how I met Joseph. Obviously, we spoke about this in the previous podcast. I actually met him through crypto. That's how I actually met Joseph. We met on a Discord and we just kicked off. Never met the guy. He was in the RAF, in the British Royal Air Force, and that was it. We just clicked like that. I just knew this guy. Okay, there's something about him. We got on really, really well.
Right.
6 months probably on Discord. Joseph, how you doing?
like that.
Earphones, a whole lot. Never met the guy. Don't know anything. He's come on in his RAF uniform. Hi, Imran. How are you? That was it. It just kicked off from there. And I thought, right. He actually left the Royal Air Force to come work with me and partner up.
That's
Do you
As
see what I
easy
mean?
as that sounds.
Yeah, and it wasn't easy. And the role he played in the Royal Air Force was actually a unique role as well. It wasn't a straightforward role. It's to do with all the radars and stuff. I still don't get it. He's the intelligent one. I'll leave that to this guy, but it wasn't a straightforward role. He was actually set for life. So it's been a great experience, a great journey, and as much as we've enjoyed it, we'll actually like to pass this on to somebody else.
correct.
And they can keep understanding how we're doing it. They can refer their family and friends. It just keeps growing. And
That's it.
a lot of the time, we don't like making noises. Lots of people make a lot of noise online, and we know the reality. We know the reality of some of these people that will just sell you a dream. Watch when something goes wrong, see who's going to stand there by you.
100%.
And that's how it works, right? We've got your back to the end. That's the beauty of our team, okay? Every single person around us, we're not the largest of brokerages or anything like that. And, Joseph actually opened a brokerage, was it last year in January, February?
Yeah, about that time.
In
yeah.
December, if I'm not wrong.
February.
No, it was
That's
February.
it. So, and the funny thing actually happened was Joseph said to me, we actually mentioned this in a previous podcast, what should we call it? My family, I mean, all the abbreviations are, for the family was Imkura. Oh, I'm just going to call it Imkura, Imran. Do you see what I mean? So I respect him for that. It was more of a, I had a diamond company. I did diamonds as well. Again, it's in the previous podcast. If you haven't watched it, put the link in the description, guys. So, but we've been around. We've experienced a lot of things in life. And I think Dubai is the only place that actually allows anybody to fully amplify.
Yeah.
Correct, 100%.
It allows you, the platform's there, the people are there.
They are welcoming. They are welcoming.
Wow.
It's a place to just zone in and achieve or obtain. You've got to, if you're not talking around with someone who's already made it, you're talking around like-minded individuals who are trying to make it.
Yeah.
And it's all about environment and nurture. So this is why you see so many people coming over here and just, people from all walks of life, from all, different countries will go into business together and they will be doing joint ventures. And that's what our Platinum Club is looking to do, is to bring like-minded individuals and investors in a club where they want to, be offered exclusive off-market before auction units and, put things together, business and investments.
100%. And this the beauty of it, right? How we've all been discussing this for months before we even went live.
No doubt.
The whole point of this is what you just said there. There's like-minded people. The people in this is going to be high net worth individuals. We've actually sold 49 positions already. Seats have gone within 7 days. Okay, we've actually had 49 people join up to this Platinum Members Club in 1 week. And that's a phenomenal achievement already. And now these people who are in this club have to pay an entrance fee. They're buying their ticket to get involved. And all the people there are going to be similar. Okay, a lot of people are always worried about who's going to be there in this club. Am I going to just be meeting a broker who's already broke?
Yeah,
Unfortunately, that's the reality in Dubai. Most brokers are broke.
it's true.
So, this is how it goes. So they don't want to be around people who have that kind of mentality or can play up or do things they wouldn't do if they weren't desperate.
You want people who are vetted and have got the source.
Proof of funds.
Yeah.
That's what it works on.
That's
It's
the
evidence-based.
yes.
That's it. So I think whenever someone needs something doing, we can do it. We have the right people around us, and it's a case of when you're ready, reach out to us, even if it's for just a chat. Get in touch with us, and we'll be able to guide you, correctly what you can and can't do. Apart from that, I'm just happy that you're here. I mean, really appreciate you, man. Really, really do. And
Thank you.
before we go, is there anything else that you want to add on?
I have one last question.
Go for it.
I'm not going to let you go this easy.
He's trying to catch you out.
So you mentioned something about life insurance on your last thing.
Yeah.
What's the rule for expats or anyone here in getting a mortgage? Is it tied to life insurance or is it mandatory? And what's the situation if you do get it and the
Great
benefits?
question.
Let's understand what is life insurance. It's not for someone who's trying to sell you or something like that, or they'll give you, they just are guided by the bank that you have this target to sell the insurance or you are doing it. No,
Yeah.
it's not that. It's for every individual's safety and security.
Yeah.
There's always, if something happened to me, then what? We all have families back home.
Yeah.
Maybe here, maybe in UAE, maybe somewhere else. If something happened to me, then what? What's gonna happen to my assets? What's gonna happen to my existing liabilities? Is it come to my family or not? Is it come, who gonna pay it? Okay. Or else the bank gonna take my existing asset or something to reclaim the money from that
Yep.
assets.
Yeah.
It happens
It does happen.
It happens everywhere.
everywhere. And that's the reason why, if you're not planning properly. Sorry.
Over here, what bank has initiated, every individual can have some part of his existing EMI. That transaction goes towards your property insurance and the life insurance.
Got it.
And it won't only secure you only in UAE. Considering a lot of investors are watching us, okay?
Yeah.
So they will be investing over here and they might be looking forward to stay in their home country only.
Yeah.
But still, it is important for them that their assets are here in UAE. So it will help them to secure their assets. If something happened to them, it will pass on to the family. Okay, and the liabilities, whatever they have it on that particular unit, will be paid by the bank or the insurance company. It won't come to the families.
Ultimately, it's best just get a will.
Well,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Registering the DIFC, it's under English law. You
English
can't go
common law,
wrong
yeah.
because if you do pass away,
Yeah.
funny enough, we're mentioning all this. It's actually a really important thing. Some people think talking about wills is a taboo thing. No, it's the most important thing. You're just
important.
getting up, you're coming to Dubai, you can be buying property and you might end up getting lumbered. If you don't register a will in DIFC,
Yeah.
if you do die, you're going down the Islamic law, Sharia law,
Sharia law.
route, and that's it.
Can
It'll take
a
2 to
long
3
time.
years.
Yeah.
Right, you're in trouble. It'll cost you, I don't know, what is it, a few thousand dirhams to make a will, depending on how complicated it is. That's the way you do this. I actually spoke to a very senior broker, and I was talking about, do you not mention wills to your clients? Oh, no, you don't do that. You scare them. I'm going, really?
It's madness.
I fully lost respect for that individual. I won't mention any names or anything, but I was like, are you
Estate
serious?
planning
Like,
is very important.
it's the most important thing.
It's
What's the
most
point in even
important
coming
You
here?
spend £100,000 on a house and you won't spend an extra one.
Do you see what I mean? It was ridiculous.
To
This,
secure
this just makes you think, actually.
Exactly.
How many people out there have got properties already handed over or coming up to hand over that have not got wills out
Sure,
yet?
it's
And they
actually
probably
really scary.
don't realise.
It's scary.
And we can take care of the wills part as
Absolutely. It's all there.
When there's a will, there's a way.
Where there's a will, there is a way.
well. That's true.
It's amazing.
There's one more point I would like to add over here before ending up the session. If you see the facts and figures, a lot of transactions are happening over here on mortgages, not on cash.
Yeah,
Previously,
that's true.
if you see, there was a myth back home for Dubai that Dubai you can do all the cash transactions over here.
Yeah.
Okay, you purchase properties on cash and all those. Yes, we have it that as well, but we are restricting them to use your complete liquidity on one particular asset only, where we can diversify their funds to different assets and build them a portfolio.
Yeah.
Okay, and banks are there for a backup for the mortgages.
Yeah.
Because
it.
we are not restricting only one person can have one mortgage. No, if the debt burden ratio allows, okay, the individual can get multiple mortgages based on their incomes around.
Wow.
It can be salaried, it can be self-employed. Okay, first mortgage gonna go 80%, second mortgage gonna go 60%, third can go 60, fourth can go 60, as it goes on. It's all depends on your DBR, which is debt burden ratio.
Yeah.
So we have changed drastically. A lot of transactions are happening over here through mortgages instead of cash.
Yeah.
Okay, because people are here in search of making more and more assets so that they can get their higher returns.
Yeah.
Instead of parking our funds on one particular asset, they are focusing on multiple assets to grow their wealth.
Of course, yeah.
So keep focusing on that, buddies. Don't invest all your money on one particular
That's
project.
it. I mean, I've got one last question before
Yeah.
we wrap up. We're actually running out of time. I've got a question for you. A lot of our buyers
Yeah,
are from India that you and I deal with.
correct.
I haven't really dealt with many who actually needed a mortgage at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do, because we have a lot of clients in India,
Mm-hmm.
can you get them a mortgage? How difficult is it for them? Because obviously we have our own in-house Vastal specialist who understands how it all works. And most of my Indian, the way I treat them as family now, they only want Vastal compliant properties.
Correct.
So, but can you get a mortgage for an Indian citizen without any problems?
See, irrespective of talking about Indian or British or US citizen or Singapore, whichever nationality, yes, they can avail the mortgage over here.
Got it.
60% is the figure they
Yeah.
can avail without any hassle.
Brilliant.
Only the thing is that documentation we required. We are specific on documentations part. But yes, the process gonna be again simpler. We don't need the customer in the beginning stage. We can start
Yeah.
the process from the first glance till the third glance, okay, till we have the final approval. At that particular stage, at the time of transferring the property and disbursement of the mortgage, we need him at that particular time only.
Brilliant.
So before him to come over here in UAE to do all the complete process, stay here for 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks of time, we can finish all the things before he coming over here.
Yeah.
And we'll just wait for him. He come, he sign it, property transfer, done. Within
That's it.
2 days.
Simple.
Instead of 2.5 weeks or 3 weeks of time, we can wrap it up in like 2 days or 1 day of time.
Amazing.
Got it.
Very simple. Well, I think that's a wrap.
I think it's a wrap, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that 1 hour packed of information has been very useful. I hope it really helps somebody out
Yeah.
there. And again, do
Definitely.
get in touch with us. And Amit, again, thank you for
Most
making
welcome,
our
most
experience in
welcome,
Dubai
most
very
welcome,
easy.
Joe. Most
Appreciate
welcome.
everything you do.
Pleasure's always
Thank you,
Amit.
gentlemen.
I'm
Thank you,
looking for
everyone.
more questions, buddies.
Yeah, send them through. Do subscribe to the channel again, please.
Do subscribe our channel
Yep.
and let's join hands together to build our assets here.
That's
That's
it,
it.
exactly.
Can't say it
Thank you
any
very much,
better.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers,
Thank
man.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
you.
Amit.